Welcome back, guys, to Trails into Reverie, where last episode, with Crossbell liberated of the troops within but not fully free yet due to the Retributive Tower's oppressive existence, our groups combined prepared for an assault on it. With time needed to work out certain logistical issues, we started our finale patrol of the city. We now continue checking out Orchis Tower before hitting the streets.
All finished with your meeting? Yes, thankfully. We have the general gist of the operation. Now it's time to go over them with each division and organization. The RMP will also be providing the necessary supplies for the operation. The majority of the weapons and munitions have already been delivered. Rest assured that the remaining supplies will arrive in time for the mission. Even with the help, I would be lying if I said our chances of success are high. We'll have to work together better than ever to overcome the odds again. I'll do everything I can to make this work as both this operation's commander and as the one coordinating with the other nations. I heard you were using your NGO connections to share information with the other countries. You're a real lifesaver. Neither my grandfather nor I have had the opportunity to do that given the circumstances. Please, I'm only doing what I can to help. Speaking of connections, have you heard anything from Arteria, guys? Yes, the church has decreed both the Retributive Tower and Elysium as special exceptions that warrant intervention. They may be the exact opposites of artifacts in the sense that they could have only been produced in present times, but the other dominions have been mobilized to keep the chaos from spreading through the neighboring countries nonetheless. That's interesting, but not unwelcome news. Agreed. This operation is a very fly-by-night operation, but it may just succeed with the cooperation of so many different collaborators. That said, none are more key than your team. Make sure you're all ready for what's ahead. We will be, Commander. Yes, ma'am. We'll prepare as thoroughly as possible in the time before the operation. We won't leave with any regrets. Some of Wazi's old friends are going to be helping with the liberation mission. Not surprised, knowing the effect he can have on people. Well, let's not take the help for granted and do our part too. Filled in the piece on what's happening. There are still things to discuss in greater detail later once the two sides sync up. There isn't much time until the operation begins. Make sure you're prepared for anything before then. Am I understood? Yes, ma'am. Surely Chief Sergei could have done that. Rest assured, the RMP will lend its support insofar as circumstances permit. I realize that the chance of success isn't exactly high for this operation, but we must all do our part to beat those odds and help Crossbell come out on top. What actual time is it in Crossbell right now? It was like 10 when we begun the mission, so it's got to be like 11, 12. I'll be putting our backup members and foreign liaisons with other countries to work right until the operation begins. The futures of all our homes are riding on this. Everything we do now counts, no matter how small. I couldn't put it better myself. I knew we could count on you. Thanks, Toa. There's not much preparation time, really, is there? I figured you guys would show up. So this is where you ran off to, Garcia. I heard you took the members of the EDF that had returned to normal and helped with the liberation mission. So these two also took part. Nah, they were here, so I figured I could put them to work after the effects of that dance wore off. Some help they are. Tough. Although, pretty damn useless. Why do you say that? They're just like everyone else who hasn't broken free of the effects of the dance. They're still kissing Rufus's ass. We've served under Lord of Rufus ever since the Erebonian Civil War. He had the ambition of a man with half his talent and rank. We would do anything to see the future he sought become reality. What? He had the ambition? And for what? We lost the Great War, and now our dreams have been crushed yet again. Our glorious Lord Rufus has been slain. So how could we possibly change sides at this point? As men who served under him, it is our final show of loyalty to see where this all ends. You two are that devoted. It's somewhat understandable. Rufus earned a reputation for being even more charismatic than the proper Duke Alperea before the Civil War. Must have been quite the dream. You must have seen quite the dream in that man. It's like, what? My lord! But you fell in battle. How were you here? Who's to say? Perhaps a ghost is standing before you. Regardless, I have my doubts that you truly understood what that man desired. Approval. Above all, he wanted to surpass his true father and be recognized. That's all. That can't be true, and even if it was, it would have deterred you from seeing the United Nation, a new era, come to fruition. Don't make me laugh. You're not revolutionaries. You're insurgents blinded by delusion. Stop and open your eyes. Your leader was nothing more than an escaped convict mounting an insurrection that threatened the entire world. A new era? A united nation? Mere words meant to glorify his despicable actions. It's surreal hearing that come from your mouth of all people. I have no rebuttal. Maybe you were intoxicated by the idea of changing the world. I thought I understood you in a way that no one else could. But how can we deny our delusions after all this? Why did we ever agree to take part in any of this? What was the point? Finally got it through your thick skulls, huh? Hate to tell you that there are still plenty more where these two idiots came from. So don't go thinking you're some hero just because you just downed 2 measly soldiers. Yes, I'm well aware. That's why our attention is on the tower, first and foremost. That's right. I hope you don't mind continuing to look after people like them until we're done, Garcia. Just don't keep me waiting, Bannings. I don't know who you are, but you really hit me where it hurts. Maybe it's time to think long and hard about what I've been doing with my life after all. There was one hell of a sentence in the middle of all that. Was that about the ambition? It's later than that. It was just so weird. Like it's not there now. Or I'm just missing it. He had the ambition of a man with half his talent and rank. What? I don't get this line at all. I just feel it's wrong, intrinsically wrong, but it's probably right, but I'm just not getting it. I just like, He had tons of ambition. He wanted to control the continent. I feel like I just woke up from a long, long dream. Why have we just been doing what we were told all this time without ever stopping to question it? I'll do what I can to slap some sense into the remaining EDF members. This is your kid's time to shine. Like bat with a tree. Go finish the job. Sure thing. I think it's right but weirdly worded. It could be, it's the thing. I just, for some reason I don't comprehend this one. Well, we weren't going to put the shades on manually to Rufus, who it's not on, even though he got his disguise all set up and all. But equally, he's cut his hair, which should be, like, enough. If Rean could just put on a pair of glasses and, like, sneak through everywhere, then the cut hair should count too. Somehow the air feels so much fresher without those damn EDF goons polluting it. While we might have managed to get the city back, we're not out of the woods yet. Either way, this is the decisive moment. I can't go and fight on the front lines with you guys, but I'll give my job my all. You feel free doing that. Anyone else on this plaza? It's just you. Alright then. So Orchis Tower's done? Which route do we go this time? Should we go Harbour District way after the administrative? We've got a fair bit to get through after all. Emma! What are the police up to over here? Liberating the city was exhausting, but I've had plenty of rest since. I'm ready to get back to work. Can't say I'm not nervous, but we can't afford to twiddle our thumbs given the stakes. Can't let that thing fire again. Crossbell's future depends on it. Hello everyone. There's an emergency meeting going on at the moment in the police station. We'll play our part as best we can, so good luck out there. Thank you. Where's my normal, regularly scheduled police officer? I'll do whatever needs to be done in order to keep Crossbell safe. It's far too early to be relaxing. He's still a police officer, I'd just like to point out. You don't have to add the first bit. He's right. We have to give this everything we've got. Let me begin by saying that I commend each of you for a job well done in freeing the city. Civilian casualties and property damage are both lower than expected. We couldn't ask for a better result. However, we now find ourselves faced with an even greater task. The Retributive Tower must not be allowed to fire again, or else all of Zemuria will be plunged straight into chaos. I realize facing another crisis so soon with little room to breathe may be demoralizing. Nevertheless, times like these are when we must show the world just how strong Crossbell and resiliency is. Our pride is just as firm as any great nation, even when we don't have a state to call our own. Isn't that right? Would you look at that? Old Pierre's got some spine in him after all. I'll say, it's hard to deny at this point. Can you tell I'm a busy man? I'm trying to give a pep talk over here. Now stay out of my way. Anything I say can impact the morale of our rank and file. That's the responsibility I carry as Vice Commissioner. Truthfully, I'm terrified deep down and want nothing more than to run away, but I can't afford to show even a crumb of weakness. Right, we understand. Hang in there, sir. I knew he was putting a lot on his shoulders, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting him. He's doing an admirable job, all things considered, his Sparty track record in particular. As your wife, don't you have better things you should be doing, such as, oh, I don't know, preparing for an imminent operation? You had better not screw this one up, understood? I'm expecting results, so don't let me down. We've got the gloom lighting on now, have we? That's where the meeting's taking place then. Emergency lighting only. We've confirmed the Ebon Defense Forces are removal and apprehension. The 2nd Division will now focus on providing support to the CGF as they begin their preparations. I'm leaving the finer details to the team leaders. Do what you gotta do to get the job done. Let's put an end to this and take back Crossbell. Roger, yes sir. As for you and me, Raymond, we've got a meeting with the 1st Division scheduled. Aye, Chief. The 2nd Division has its hands full. Let's work just as hard as they are. Good to see you, SSS. You're up against some crazy-ass tech. Who knows what might go down? We all gotta make sure we're equipped to deal with whatever's thrown at us. I really want to, find one of those fake mustaches and glue it on for him. We free the city and the crap hits the fan all over again? You gotta be kidding me. You know what? We've been through hell and high water, so I'm not giving up just yet. The cycle that endlessly repeats, like Ouroboros even. Much like during the last operation, we'll need to be flexible and adaptable if we hope to succeed. I can't say I have much experience in maritime combat, but I'll do all I can to contribute. Can't just give up now, not after all we went through to take back the city. Alright, well that's that done. They should have an Easter eggy kind of thing that after you've done justice to do, you should be able to find Minif and the counterfeit dealer locked up here. I want the old lady to call me names. That sounds weird, actually. Now that I think about it. We'll start the talk with a proper person to start the talk with. What are you all up to, Emma? Is this related to that dance? It is. We were just investigating the effects of its curse-like power. Ellie and I bumped into them while patrolling around the city. I was also looking into how the citizens are faring as I was following the flow of the Septian veins. The brainwashing has mostly vanished now that the Supreme Leader has been removed and the mask has been destroyed. That's a relief to hear. I'm more worried about how you're doing. Has the assimilation phenomenon gotten any worse since the last time we spoke? No, it's not a problem for now at least. I can still control my power too. Is this really all because you faced off with your doppelganger? Nothing like this happened to Rufus. That's what's got me so confused. Not only did that other Rean's appearance bug me, but there was something off about him. He was bizarrely lifelike. Can't shake the feeling that he wasn't just a copy. Why would Rean be a special case? There has to be something to it. I'd imagine it's because he has a key role when it comes to the tower, but I couldn't say anything beyond that. Regardless, I agree that there's something ominous at work that we're missing. Whoever this imposter is, we'll have to face him eventually if he's going to block our path. But when we do, we'll have to fight not just to save Rean, but the entire world. Yeah, no pressure. We did manage to overcome even the Great Twilight. We can do this. If you feel like anything about your condition has changed, you had better tell us. Don't worry, I will. Thanks, everyone. Listen to you all, as saccharine as ever. Then again, here I am helping to save the world too. Life sure is strange. Hey, C, or Crow, I suppose. Neither of us can afford to die out here. To keep living for the sake of our lost comrades, that's still a lot of sin to atone for. You're preaching to the choir, sister. I already died once, so I know I'm not going to waste my second chance. Let's get this done. Make our old friends proud. Ooh, lots of blooming profiles there. 5 RP. I've got so much stuff now, though. If we went to battle, I could probably have another AG gauge at this point. Who could have imagined a former terrorist like me fighting to save the world? I was ready to return to Hades' side during the Civil War, but perhaps this is fate. Scarlet, don't tell me you still... Sorry about that. I didn't mean to kill the mood by bringing up bad memories. I finally got to meet the members of the reborn Imperial Liberation Front, yet here I am being a downer. Please, don't remind us about that. The honor is all ours, Lady S. Oh, should I follow Nadia's lead and give her a salute? See, you're just going to confuse her. The party never ends with you guys. But you know, I'm glad your time at sea could help you out. Ah, so you say. This is starting to get real old. It's not my life's purpose is to spend all my days worrying my head off about you. Guess it just comes with the job. Listen, if you sense any changes, anything at all, you tell me, capiche? Least you can do for all you put me through. Hey, Celine, how about just showing up in all the games from now on? I'd be cool with that. You too, Emma. It's back to investigating the flow of the spirit veins for me. I'll also need to hook up with Vold so we can get a few things moving. In short, don't worry about a thing here. I've got it all under control. I might be a peon on the totem pole, but I'm still part of the girls' riddle. I'm happy to do what I can to help. I trust you'll do what you can on your end too, Father. Don't do anything that would embarrass me now, huh? I would never. I want to look as cool as I can while defending my second home. To be perfectly fair, having a wandering witch we know going about and doing things throughout the series would be pretty damn good. The witches are ace after all. Let's talk to you while you walk around. You can keep bugging me walking behind me. I'm ashamed to admit that I sided with the Supreme Leader myself for a while. But Crossbell is our city, and it falls to its people to protect it. Hurrah for the police, hurrah for the CDF, and hooray for the SSS. We Crossbellers believe in you all, except when we are under my control. Can't really help it then. Managed to get in touch with Dad a little while ago. General Craig, I mean. He said the armored divisions are in a state of high alert. They're prepared to do everything in their power to help, even if they can't stop the tower with military force. Every little bit helps. Still, that's all the more reason for us to succeed with this operation so it doesn't come to that. I couldn't agree more, but promise to not push yourself too hard, Rean. We're all here with you. You can lean on us. Military-wise, by the way, no one died at Juno Fortress. Bonkers. There wasn't even a janitor? That's like... Okay, they were all out on... Okay, sure. Usually you leave a maintenance crew or something there to keep things going. Janitor? You know, like to clean stuff up? No, they had everyone out. Convenient. Maybe it knew. It's good to see things have worked out for Scarlet too. Got a lot of catching up to do, but that can wait for later around a campfire or something. My sights are set on this operation. I'll be ready when the time comes. You best do the same. Yeah, I will be. It's a big doubt for me. It's just like... No one? Oh, we just leave our military installations open and unguarded when we leave? Sure. Oh, hello everyone. Speaker McDowell is in the middle of a conference in the Civic Center. I can't help with that, of course, but I did want to do something for him, so I came to buy an asabic tomato shake. It's really considerate of you. I'm sure he must give you and Helman no end of grief, but I feel better knowing that he has you in his corner. So please keep looking out for him. But of course, I'll be praying for your safety too. I bought some shakes for the Erebonians with him too. I hope these will give him the strength to do their work. The situation in the city hasn't fully calmed down yet, so maybe I'll have to evacuate again. Standing around doing nothing was really starting to get to me, so here I am doing business again. If I was to recommend one of our drinks over the others, it'd definitely be the asabic tomato shake. One sip of this and you'll be ready to run a marathon. Ooh, 18 of them. Are you sure? This is rather a lot. Oh, absolutely. I know how hard you're all working for the good of Crossbell. Hopefully the intense bitterness of these will bring you all together as one. Anyone who's never tried some is welcome to have a little taste too. Well, a little wouldn't hurt. Wow, it's bitter, but it's also delicious. You might not see a doctor about your taste buds, girl. Oh, I can't stomach another sip. LP never ceases to amaze and disturb. Nadia didn't seem fazed by it either. If you ever want any more asabic tomato shakes, come back here and I'll whip you up some in a jiffy. Let their bitterness fill you with the energy to overcome anything. Sure thing. Right then. What's going on in here? Being held in the same room as the secretary from Calva was an uncomfortable experience, let me tell you. I'm just glad that the city was liberated a lot faster than I expected it to be. Sounds like we have the Ashen Chevalier and many of my other countrymen to thank for that. I hear Lecter Undell and the RMP are taking part in the operation to silence that tower as well. So as a secretary of the Empire, I can't afford to sit idly by. I need to do what I can to restore peace. Actually, you're a female police officer? Are you a male peace officer? First things first, I need to get my report back to the Imperial government. It might not be much compared to what everyone else is doing, but I need to do whatever I can for my country. I'm so glad the Ebon Defense Force's occupation of the region is finally at an end. Our problems aren't over yet, unfortunately, but right now I need to focus on getting the Civic Center ready for visitors once more. I don't want to talk to you, I want to talk to a receptionist. I honestly feared the worst when the city was occupied. I'm so glad Crossbell is free once more. I can't wait for this building to be full of energy and joy again. Hello. There's a meeting going on here. Oh, Helios, I was looking for ways to help out and ended up being roped into acting as a minute taker for this meeting. I don't recognize everyone here, but this is a really important meeting for our relationship with the Empire, right? No, I can't be getting cold feet now. Not with Vold in town. I need to show him just how much I've grown. It's a weird feeling seeing little old Dino working here at the Civic Center. I'm not Vold, but I'm cheering you on all the same. Oh, thanks, Wazzy. Once my work's done, I'm planning to go meet up with Luganov and the others. Might be able to use my position as an employee here to help out after all. First, I need to get those minutes on the record. Here goes nothing. Oh, hey guys! It's good to see you all. Same to you, sir. We're going around getting ready for the operation right now. Are you exchanging information with our fellows from the Empire? That's right. I wanted to learn more about the situation there directly. I'm happy you chose to speak with us too. To put it simply, the destruction of Juno has everyone in the Empire in a state of shock. Dad has issued a statement and is appealing for calm through radio broadcast, but it's a lot to ask in times like these. I can confirm that the 4 great houses have just had their own remote conference as well. They have all agreed to do what they can to keep the country calm, with Marcus's High Arms, Rogna, and Ballard taking charge. But they will only be able to keep things in check for so long, especially when it comes to people's feelings. That's true. With also fresh in people's memories, it's hard to imagine everyone not feeling angry about what happened. Yeah, and that anger is going to be directed right at the United Nation. By that, I mean Crossbell. Right now, it sounds like people are more confused than mad, but that's likely going to change in time. I would certainly wager so. But if people start taking a hard stance on Crossbell, that's only going to play right into our enemy's hands. Humans are so foolish. Why point the finger at Crossbell for this when the United Nation is clearly to blame? Of course. The very idea of a united nation is a clear symbol of humanity's foolishness in itself. I say that fully aware it is very much something that I would think of. You sure you want to be the one to say that? You truly are unbelievable, Rufus. I don't know. I like seeing how he seems to finally have given the spectre of his past the boot. I would not be so sure about that. Regardless, Mr. Speaker, while I will admit this suggestion comes from a man as foolish as any other, if you truly love Crossbell, you must follow your heart and walk the road you believe in without ever hesitating. People harbor more than just foolishness inside, and there is a sort of trust that can come from using one another too. So I would suggest you use any means you can to make your hopes a reality, including using us for your own ends. Gosh! It's encouraging to hear from you. Honestly, one day you will learn to be straight with your feelings. He's right though. Feel free to involve us in achieving your goals however you wish. We will be happy to contribute. Perhaps you are all right. Then allow me to tell you exactly what shape my dream for the future takes. I wish for Crossbell to be a state that works for harmony hand in hand with its neighbors, not one that asserts itself over them. With so many people from other countries cooperating with us now, it feels as though my dream has already been half granted. But our goal is yet to be fully achieved. So I hope I can continue to count on you to help bring about a future where we can stride ahead side by side. Of course, we'll do all we can. By the way, Ellie, I know the timing isn't very convenient, but I thought you should know that Diana called from Erebonia earlier. You heard from Mother? Yeah, she must have been quite worried with everything that's been happening. Your mother wants to help in any way she can and has been gathering goods to have shipped over. That's just like her. Okay, we can't let Mother's kindness be in vain. Agreed, and I've heard secondhand that Ryan has been trying to quell Republic concerns in Calvert as well. We can't afford to rest on our laurels. I'm counting on you young people until the very end. We won't let you down. Finish what we started. We're going to meet Ryan in the future, surely. Diana and Ryan are doing their best to help our efforts. We can't afford to rest on our laurels. Need the young people to do the work. Get to work, young people. Rufus really has changed while hanging out with you kids, you know that? I was caught off guard when I had my Arcus 2 stolen in the capital, but now I wish I could have gotten to know you all better. Oh, I've got an idea. I know the tastiest crepe shop ever. Let's go together when we get the chance. Goes without saying that we'll be dragging Eustace and Rufus along. Their treat. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Delightful even. Sure is. It's decided then. What was that I heard about our treat? And aren't you getting ahead of yourself? We still have a mission to complete first. Oh, come on. You know we're going to find a way to pull through somehow. So be it. If you're that confident, then I would be glad to treat everyone. Rufus? Are you being serious? Yes, it would be good to catch up with my brother and see for myself how much he's grown. And quite frankly, I never had the chance to get to know White Rabbit. That said, a verbal agreement hardly means anything while the tower remains standing. And here I thought you were going to be thoughtful for once. Would it kill you to be more honest with your feelings? Good talking. You know better than he is, you know. Don't lump me together with him. I sure know how to go at it, but doesn't it seem like they get along perfectly? I can't help but agree after seeing them like this. I didn't bother to get to know White Rabbit because I knew what I was going to do. And it's a promise. Once we stop the tower, we're going on a crepe tour. We can even bring Claire and Lecter along with us across the whole empire. I heard the seasonal crepes in Ordis are delish too. It's going to take a whole weekend to hit up every stop, so you better pack your bags. This is getting a little out of hand. How lively. Sugar rush much? Forget I said anything. Mutual cooperation will be essential to the coming operation. So I'll be counting on you. Even if I do find your companions to be nosy and think those sunglasses look ridiculous on you. Do they? I'll keep that in mind. I say we've earned the right to be curious after all we've been through. Call them nosy? The hell, man? If possible, I'd like a chance to discuss things a little more with Speaker McDowell before the operation begins. I believe my sources within the Imperial government and Eustace's ties to the four great houses would prove invaluable. That's excellent thinking, Macius. I'll see what I can do. You two make for a productive team. I'll leave you both to it then. Yeah, leave it to us. Always in danger. By the way, you wouldn't happen to have seen Pateri around, would you? I heard the general public is restricted from entering Crossbell, but I heard she managed to sneak in. She was worried about her friends at the department store and claimed to be working under me at the inspectorate. What am I ever going to do with Pateri? I doubt anyone can rein her in, but I'd at least like her to not get me fired. Where's Pateri? No, it's not fun if it's just Pateri. We need Pateri plus Macius near each other. Feel like I'm being shortchanged a little bit. Alright, one last destination to check out here, but actually it's a non-explorable location. We have no reason to go inside, after all. So was there a new on this that got taken off as new? I don't know. Let's get the harbour next. The harbour has a new on it. Anyway, trading. Yeah. Got to see if we can actually nix the news. But the thing is, one of those news is just where we're supposed to go for the end, right? Got a lot of people to speak to on the outside of things. Should we start with Hayaway trading? Phew, I ate way too much. The food here is better than ever, and the fact I get cooked up with extra toppings means I can't resist even if I try. But now that my stomach's full, I need to get back to work. Work has been piling up ever since the Ebon Defense Force took over the city. Hazel's busy helping out his buddy, so I guess I'll have some pay time off. That's all I can do, but he's my protege, so I want to cheer him on. Can do. How's Hayaway doing now then? Just instantly taking out the area that they did. It's quite a lot of them here. I see the SSS has brought a fair few unfamiliar faces with them today. Be that as it may, Master Sao and Master Jin have ordered me to allow you to pass. Proceed at your leisure. Okay then. I'd have thought, like, yeah, it would have to be in order to let me pass, because with this many people, we could probably take them down, right? Or get near to. There's a lot of powerhouses in this room. Well, it's good to see you all again. Welcome, members of the SSS. And you especially, my dearest Ellie. Shin, I heard you left Crossbell. Don't tell me you left Calvert to come back now of all times. And so what about that? I have my reasons. That said, I'm disappointed to hear my very own Hayaway conspired with that villainous Supreme Leader to harm you, Ellie. I know it's far too late, but you have my sincerest of apologies. Come on, Shin. You don't have anything to apologize for. As for you, Sal, you're not the man I thought you were. Was your little scheme why you convinced Grandfather to have me sent home? Come now, you're looking at me so disdainfully. I give you my word that I did it with your safety in mind. We did temporarily cooperate with the Supreme Leader, but it was simply so we could investigate his intentions. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, as it were. Isn't our cooperation in liberating the city earlier proof of that? Stop playing coy with me. Regardless, let me say that the Retributive Tower far exceeds what we could have imagined. I don't particularly enjoy letting my enemies gain an advantage, but we simply have no answer for something like that. Now we have no choice but to lend our aid to your infiltration efforts, because it's in the best interest to protect Hayaway, the continent, and Master Shin, of course. How very like you, Sal. Well, I suppose that's why I trust you to cooperate. You'll work with anyone if it means protecting your interests. True enough, I'll give you credit for assisting with the liberation mission. Hopefully your connections with the Republic will be useful. Ignoring Sao, I'm thinking of getting in touch with Father, Grandfather, and my sister to ask for their cooperation as well. It's my duty to take the initiative if I'm to be the next head of the house. I give my word I will do anything and everything to protect that beautiful smile of yours, Ellie. The little guy is really shooting a shot. Thank you, Shin. I'll hold you to that. Your sister? It is most unfortunate that we were unable to look into the tower beforehand, but I hesitate to say all hope is lost. There's still time to right the ship, but it will take all of us doing our part. Good luck out there. My grandfather, father, and sister all have pull with Calver's movers and shakers. They should be able to lend their help. I only wish there was more I could do for my dearest Ellie. But rest assured, I returned here for a reason and intend to make myself useful. Give me time and I'll produce results. Little kid here. Hey, come here. How do I speak to you? There you go, Lau. Master Shin persuaded the elders to allow us to return to Crossbell. I can hardly say I'm surprised. As long as he's here, we will risk our lives to keep the master safe. I think that's all that was in there, wasn't it? I guess Grace will be at the news. I guess we've got the bank to check out too down there. Hey, Laura, Fee. Didn't the two of you say you were going to patrol the city's outskirts? Yep, just got back actually. We bumped into a pretty big monster while patrolling. Lynn and her crew gave us a hand after they spotted us during their rounds too. It's unusual to see monsters that dangerous so close to the city limits. We can't afford to ignore the monsters given what happened before the signing ceremony. What's strange is it feels like they're popping up out of nowhere, which is not unlike the Great Twilight. I would wager the tower's influence is what's causing it. One more reason to take care of that thing. We're going to keep patrolling and wiping out monsters until the operation begins. Thanks, you two. That would be a huge help. That was only the first time we've worked together, but you already lived up to your hype, Sylphid. And you're not too shabby either, Laura. It's a shame you're not part of the guild. Please, you flatter me. Our positions may be different, but the Arcade School has always held the guild in high regard. Both sides strive to protect people after all. I, for one, welcome the opportunity to fight alongside you, and especially Fee. She's just a dose of cute, cuddly adorableness that I need injected straight into my veins. She could probably inject her too. Did anyone else just hear the sound of red flags being raised? Don't worry, you'll dodge. Aurelia, could you show a little restraint, please? Sorry about her, but don't worry, she's harmless. If you say so. It looks like we can count on the two of you in a fight at the very least. I can vouch for that. We'll take care of any large monsters we see to help out too. Large monsters, eh? Sorry for warning you like that. I got things covered from here. We're going to help with the operation too. We're going to do what we can until things get going. A monster hunt ought to make for a decent warm-up before the operation gets underway. Not to mention it's a great opportunity for Fee and I to hone our teamwork. I say bring on the monsters. Let's have at them. If you're wondering where Scott is, he's on patrol over by Armorica. He promised that he'll get in touch if he finds any large monsters out that way so we can rendezvous. You guys should take care of any you spot on your patrols too. Okay, so big monsters to fight sounds like it's on the agenda too. So even more reasons to go through the highways, not just treasure chests that we haven't been able to get to. Title user and licensed medic, that's one bracer combination you don't see every day. Looks like they make a pretty good team though. I think they'll be a big help during the operation. Probably, yeah. They're pretty good. They're pretty good at what they do. Hey, Koki, I just got off work. When will the next batch be ready? Wait a little bit longer. The mouthfeel is completely different if you don't manage the boiled water just right. Listen to you. I can tell you've learned a lot since you started working here. You really know your stuff. Mouthfeel. Whoa, if it isn't Wazzy and the SSS, you guys here for lunch too? Let's just say the aroma beckoned us to see what smells so good. Now, that's what I like to hear. Here, just finished a fresh batch. Have some. Hard Genkotsurenmun. Wow, this soup looks so tasty that it's practically shimmering. That's my original recipe. I came up with it when I was still just a beginner. Let me know if you want seconds. I'd be happy to make more. We've had our hands full serving up noodles for the CGF and police to cheer them on. You guys are preparing for a big operation, aren't you? I'm sure whatever's going down will be bigger than we've ever seen before, but I know you guys will come through. Thanks, Hazel. We will. I can learn it too. Tried the house speciality.